Yeah, right now I'm trying to slowly pan towards the clock. So that way people can know how much time is left before the game starts.
Just a few minutes away from kickoff. The Hazard Bulldogs will play host to your Breathitt County Bobcats. It's a nice cool evening up here. I call this the holler on the hill, Eric, because it's really a place that I've come accustomed to coming to for youth football. It really is. It's tucked away up on the hillside. It kind of gives you that back in the Northeastern Kentucky holler feel at the same time. Yeah, it sure does that. We definitely got back in the holler. But they have a nice facility here. Got a beautiful field.
I didn't realize that this was the Black Gold Bowl.
Yeah, this is the Black Gold Bowl, Black Gold Festival going on big time downtown here in the city of Hazard this weekend. And folks, we want to welcome you in here to Bluegrass Sports Nation. And had the privilege of talking with Coach Kyle Moore last night at Variety Pizza, and being able to talk with him about this game and learn a little bit more about the things that they've done at practice and so on and so forth. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolfe, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Lakeside Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jeffs Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
It's football season, and Rose Brothers is happy again to help sponsor the Breathitt Bobcats here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. When you're outfitting your athletes or need warm weather gear, visit us at Rose Brothers. Our Under Armour, Columbia, and Simply Southern outerwear are just what you need to keep the chill away. And see our athletic and active footwear for your whole family. And we offer no-fee layaway and free gift wrapping all year round. You can always see what's going on at Rose Brothers on the web at rosebros.com. Then come see us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Batable.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, before we went to commercial break, I was talking about, had the pleasure of talking to Coach Kyle Moore last night in the Kyle Moore Show. And we talked a little bit about this Hazard team. Eric, two players that you want to watch out for on this field at Daniel Field, that when they get turned loose, Max Pelfrey and a gentleman that I've been keeping an eye on, Gavin Johnson, the leading receiver on the team. I don't know how that's going to work tonight. From all information that I have, Hazard will be without Max Pelfrey, the star quarterback on this Bulldog club. So we'll see who comes out at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming in at 1-3 here in the Black Gold Bowl, hosting the Bobcats. The Bobcats also 1-3. Both of these teams looking to right the ship, if you will, Eric.
Yeah. I know the Bobcats. They need a win, and I'm sure these Bulldogs do too. You know, when the season starts, you have high expectations. You know, whenever you suffer a few losses like that, it's a blow to your confidence. It's a blow to the team. Both these teams need to get a win, need to get some momentum going so they can make something positive out of the rest of their season.
Well, I tell you what, and we've made this comment before, and I hate to say it again, but this is one of those games on the schedule that you kind of put an asterisk by.
Yeah.
It's not the first game of the season, but it's Breathitt and Hazard, the Bulldogs and the Bobcats. These two are always have a good rivalry, and no matter what matchup we're in, and it's always interesting when they get together. You get the feel whenever these two clubs get together that you're definitely going to get the best from each club. I think both of these clubs coming in tonight really looking to build on good weeks of practice and making sure that they have a positive effort. I think last week both ball clubs kind of left hanging with a defeat, and maybe a defeat that they didn't expect in that manner. So it'll be interesting here tonight. We'll see what happens between the Dogs and the Cats. We have captains coming on the field for the Cats. Hazard Bulldogs have yet to make it on the field after warm-ups. The Spirit line's been down here to our left for a while. Team captains from here, looks like number 33, Brady Tincher. I believe that is 22, Isaac Wheels Turner beside him. Number 59, Jacob Parker. And Big E, number 76, Evan Miller, will be the team captains for Breathitt. And the Bulldogs will come into Daniel Field just to our left. Coming through the doghouse, if you will. Team captains for the Bulldogs. I see two of them right now, I believe, coming to us. Number 54, number 74. 54 is Davian Strode. And looks like, I think the other one was number 74. Number 74 is Kyle Barnett. And number 24 also coming onto the field. And that is Joseph Ambergy. Looks like those three will be our captains for the Bulldogs. While we're doing the coin toss, folks, we'll take another quick break. Got about 5 minutes before kickoff. Thanks for joining us on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back after this message.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
So, folks, we are back from Daniel Field, fresh off the coin toss. We'll wait and see what happens. I don't think if we had a call yet. I missed it.
I think Breathitt won.
I didn't see a movement from the referee as far as who was receiving. Good to be here, folks. Daniel Field, Hazard, Kentucky, the 2023 Black Gold Bowl. I want to take a quick mention there to throw out a shout out to Andrew Combs and also Carson Smith, two guys watching us there. Not very often do I get a chance to log on, look at the comments, but do so tonight. Give a couple of people a shout out. Thanks for watching, guys. Fans continue to stream in here about 3 minutes before kickoff. As down to our left, if you've never been here before, the field sits high up on a hill back behind the school, like we were talking about just a minute ago. It gives you a good feel here, tucked between the mountains in a little holler on the hill. And everybody kind of comes in just to the left, passes the concession stand up by the field. Nice. And Eric made mention of this. Nice turf field. It's a beautiful place to play football. The Bobcats come on to the field just to our right. I tell you what, Eric, I've had some comments this week, and little birdie flew over and told me they'd had some good practices this week. So it's good to see. It's good to hear those things, but let's see how they execute. I really thought we had an interesting night over Johnson in the first half. A ball club that can hang with Johnson Central, 4A versus 2A. In the first half, it was 7-0. I really thought we had a tremendous first half. We'll see how that bodes this week and what happens. I think that the Bobcats come in tonight healthy. I think that's going to be maybe a difference in the ball game, knowing what we know about Max Pelfrey being out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a big thing, especially when you get in the middle of the season. To be healthy and have all your players, and the Bobcats they need to have a short memory tonight. They need to forget about the ball game last week at Johnson Central. It's in the past now. You took your licks, now you take your lesson and move on. They need to focus on the Bulldogs here tonight, and I believe Coach Kyle Moore and the rest of his staff is going to have them ready. I think they'll bounce back, and we'll see some positive things out of them here tonight.
I think so too, and you definitely want to see 4 quarters. You want to see these guys put together a complete game. We've seen flashes from this Bobcat team in different parts of different games, and you want to see them put it together. And we've really had one game against Lewis County where you felt like all 3 aspects of the game were really clicking. And not to take anything away from Lewis County, because they did have some great athletes. But, when you go up against a good opponent, you got to reach over there and find that knob and turn it up a notch.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like maybe the Bobcats were looking for that knob to turn and looking for that intensity level that a high school football needs to compete.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they, they need to give it a little something extra here tonight. They'll need to kind of get their season going in the right direction. With the 1-3 record, that's not how you wanted to start things off. It's not that they've played poorly. They just had some bad breaks, had some trouble with mental mistakes and penalties there, a couple early games. And last week, I think that, they just couldn't get things going, Rob.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs will kick off to the Bobcats, the receiving team back for the Cats. We've got, I believe that is John Carter Holland and also Isaac Wills Turner back there. And Carter will take the kickoff up the middle of the field past the last man. It's a foot race to the finish. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. John Carter Holland with 11:47 on the clock.
That's just exactly what this Bobcat football team needed, is to get a little momentum early, get something going in the right way. I think John Carter had that knob turned up an extra knock off.
You remember about 3 weeks ago when I told you I was over at practice one night and they were doing special teams and Carter just came out of the middle of the pile. You know, the kickoff receiving team sometimes will gather up or spread out and they've got their lanes to be in. Well, it is just like Carter was shot out of a cannon, and we saw it right there as Carter streaks down the field for the first 6 points tonight. Braxton Terry on for the extra point. Here's the hold. The kick is up, and it is perfect down the middle, and that'll make it 7-0. That is the People's Bank of Jackson touchdown for the Cats. People's Bank working together to build success.
Well, John Carter showed right there why they've got him back at kick return. He's a young man's got some incredible speed, incredible acceleration. None of the Bulldogs really got close to getting him right there on that return.
Well, he had one man to beat, and he kind of left him sitting in the mud. Looked like he was in concrete. He got by him, and it was just a foot race. I don't know who the other guy that was chasing him down. I didn't get the number. He was fast. I was trying to keep up with him going across the yard markers here at Daniel Field.
Yeah, hopefully that's setting the tone for the Bobcats here tonight. Had struggled to get points on the board last week. Like to see him make up for that here tonight, Rob.
Got a lot of people watching. I want to say hello to all you guys. Thanks for tuning in to Bluegrass Sports Nation for the Dogs and the Cats. 2023 edition between these two. Great ball club, great matchups, and a great rivalry. The kickoff for the Cats. Terry and Gibson will both stand up there, but Terry will put the boot to it. It'll roll back about the 11-yard line, and it'll be picked up. And number 4, I believe it is, tripped up around the 31, 32-yard line. He'll get past the 35. I believe that was number 4 on the carry.
Yeah, I think that was 82 Wes Abner with able to get a hand and trip him up there.
Javon White on the reception. And number 1, Grace Linden, I believe, is the young man that is in the QB position for the Dogs as they'll line up in the spread and get set. 2 receivers far side of the field, 1 receiver close to us. Single back in the back is number 3. He'll go around the right end and be stood up and taken down around the 43-yard line. That is Cody Hill. Nice little run by Hill that time as he'll pick up it. We're going to mark it at about 5 yards. I really thought maybe he got more than that, but just the announcer here says 4. So it's going to be second down and about 6 for the Bulldogs. Ball sitting just past the 40 on the 41-yard line. Once again in the spread. And they'll give in the backfield again to Hill, and he's gobbled up quick. Big James Ogans, the senior spotlight this week on the Kyle Moore Show. Ogans making his presence known on that play as him and a couple of more Bobcats in on the tackle.
Yeah, that's what we want to see out of this Bobcat defense. We want to see some penetration. A lot of the Bobcats getting to the ball. I'm curious to see if Hazard doesn't put an emphasis on the run game if they watched last week's film and see if they can't do what Johnson Central did.
I'm sure they will. They like to throw the ball a lot when Max Pelfrey's in there. We'll see what Linden has to say about that. Is on 3rd and 8. He tucks it. He went for the drop back in the pass, but he'll put it under his elbow, and he'll go forward for a first down. That'll be a go time first down for the Bulldogs on the back of Race Linden as he'll move the chains. Go time, refresh, refill, and refuel with 8 great locations to serve you.
That was a good job by the Bulldogs pass protecting there, picked up the blitz, and good job by Linden to, recognize that he had a lane to pick up the first down with.
Dogs again. Broken backfield, and we got a flag here in the backfield. Put a false start on the offense. So somebody tried to leave a little bit early for the Dogs. And Linden will come over and get the marching orders from Coach Daniel Howard of the Bulldogs. Dogs with a good-looking line, Eric. I mean, they got some beef here on this left side. Guard and tackle. Pretty good-sized fellas out there. Linden back in the gun. He'll sit quickly, throw the screenplay, almost taken out of there. Bobcats able to jump on that one quickly was Tincher. Tincher makes a quick tackle.
Yeah, that right there is what we're looking for, isn't it, Rob? We want to see a lot of Bobcats flying to the ball, reacting and getting there. Flag coming out between
number 72 and 33, Brady Tincher for the Cats, having a long conversation after Tincher got up off the field. Tincher was there to make the tackle, and the offensive lineman for the Dogs, I'm sure they were discussing how pretty the weather is out here tonight for this ball game.
Well, what else would they be talking about?
Well, the referee didn't like it. We'll see who it goes against. The Bulldogs have already walked the puddle way back. So matching penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Dogs and the Cats. So number 72 and number 33, Brady Tincher, will be called for that. That is Kenyon Higgins. So both teams spotted for a penalty, and ball will not. Ball will not move. 2nd and 17. Ball on the 44-yard line. Dogs trying to get it past the 50. Bring it back. And Linden will. A nice little give to 3 in the backfield, and he's got a corner. Makes it around the right end. We got a flag coming in. I like that play. Linden sits back, looks like he's going to throw the ball, and just reaches down and tucks it in the gut.
Yeah, that's a nice little delayed draw there.
Hill able to turn the draw into a nice sideline run as he got the corner and looked for the sideline. And the Dogs again make a mental mistake as they're flagged for holding on the big run. 8:53 now to go here in the first quarter. Cats on top 7-0.
Some early mental mistakes here for the Bulldogs. When you're 1-3, like both these teams are, that hurts. You've got to avoid those things.
It really does. Mental mistakes can really negate a big play just like that one for Cody Hill. Linden and Hill now. Trying to see the back's number just to the right of Linden, and I can't make that one out from here. And again, I think that was Hill again wrapped up early by Ethan Bowling. Another tackle for a loss by this defense, and it's going to be 3rd and long. They say 3rd and 16 on the clock.
I like what I see out of the Bobcats tonight here on defense, Rob. They're playing fast. They're playing aggressive. They're attacking this Bulldog offense. And if they can't, find a way to slow them down here, it could be a long night for this Bulldog offense.
Alignment and assignment on defense. So far, the Cats doing both well. Only had a couple plays that were big positive yards for the Dogs as Linden sits back. He'll roll out to his left and make the pass. And number 10 caught around the 45, and he'll go out of bounds just past the 40 for the Steak and Shake. First down for the Bulldogs. Steak and Shake of Hazard, famous for their great steak burgers and milkshakes.
Nice execution for the Bulldogs right there. Blocked that well. Linden found the open receiver. Made a good catch, turned up, and avoided a tackler.
Memphis Blankenship on the reception that time for the Dogs. Nice yards after the catch for Blankenship. And Linden sits back. He's got Hill now behind him. He'll turn. He'll give it to Hill. And once again, he's gathered up in the backfield. That time, Terry, Tolson, Ogans, and Colby Bird in on the stop. Terry, I think, got there first and able to get a hand on Hill.
You mentioned a few plays ago the good-looking lineman here for the Bulldogs. And, I've got to say, Hazard usually does have a lot of good athletes on the team. Usually have good-looking athletic teams.
The other young man in the backfield for the Dogs is Gage Logan. He is number 0. He's just to the left of Linden. Well, I would call a wing back. He'll go out on the flat for a short pass. Linden finds him, and he's tackled quickly by Tolson.
That's a great job by Tosin to track him down and make the tackle. If he's not able to bring him down, he easily picks up the first down there.
Yeah. Special thanks to Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watt. Thanks for taking care of our Bobcats. If you've got an issue, stop by and see Colby at Jackson Physical Therapy. He'll get you back into the action. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy with gas, groceries, and a great meat department. Be sure and check out Sanford's Deli and the law office of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of the legal needs of Jackson and Breathitt County. Linden now with Hill just to his right. Two receivers each side in the spread. Linden will drop back. He'll throw short and immediately tackled that time by Isaac Wheels Turner, the receiver.
That was a nice sure tackle by Wheels. He responded quickly, got up there, and got on the receiver before he could make anything happen.
Trying to make sure I had the number right. I think that was Logan that was out there that made the reception as made the extra receiver over on that right side. Yeah, it is. He's going back out there now. It'll be the same set in the spread. Cody Hill will jump over to the left of Linden. Two receivers each side for the Dogs. Showing the blitz by Tolson from the Cats. Thrown up again to number 10, Blankenship, and he's tackled immediately by Kylan Combs. And good defensive play by Kylan.
Yeah, this Bobcat defense is looking real good here tonight so far, Rob. It's like you said, alignment and assignment. Everybody is trusting their teammates to do their roles. They're not trying to overplay, so to speak, and looking pretty sharp.
So the pass was caught up around the 30-yard line. That's where the ball's going to be spotted for the Cats as they will take over on downs. That'll be a go time. First down for the Cats from the 30 on their own side of the field. Go time. 8 great locations to serve you. And the Cats come out in what we like to call the heavy set. Corey Combs over at, I see Corey's in the backfield. This is the Wildcat. So direct snap to Corey, and he's going to come up and pick up probably of about 3 or 4 yards for Corey as he's lined up in the Wildcat. A blocking back, I guess, would have been Tolson or Gibson. I couldn't see the number over on that left side. But that heavy set that we like so much, it turns into a different animal when you put Corey Combs back there running the Wildcat.
Yeah, Corey's had some success this year in the few number of carries he's had. I like to see how Coach Moore's trying to take advantage of this nice offensive line he has.
Once again, the Cats go heavy on the left side. Direct snap to Corey. Corey lowers his shoulder, and he'll drive forward another yard or two. Ball was spotted on the 33 that time. Looks like he's up around the 35, so pick up of 2 yards. Let's see. So 3rd and 4 for the Cats. 4:14 to go in the first. Cats now come out with Stacy at quarterback in the spread with Gibson just to his left, 2 receivers, both sides of the field for Stacy. 3rd and 4, and Cats and Stacy's hard count, able to draw the Dogs across the line of scrimmage, encroachment on the defense.
You know, I've always heard it said there's the best food's free food. I think the best first down's a free one.
Well, I tell you what, it's very effective. It's very effective. You come out there on 3rd down and you show and pass, and you've went quick snap all night long, and then all of a sudden you go on a hard count. It's hard as a defensive guy to calm those nerves down and to get set and to watch that football every play.
Yeah. Especially when you're trying to get the best jump that you can.
So the steak and shake first down for the Cats. Stacy will turn, give to Gibson, and Gibson will be up around the 45. Pick up just maybe a little more than 5 yards. I think they're going to spot it right on the 50, and they do. Oh, it's a 45, my bad. Spot it right on the 45. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Cats. With 3:24 to go in the first. So Stacy and Austin Sperry will switch places. Sperry will go back as the quarterback. Stacy at receiver. We've not seen this set this year, but Sperry will take the snap, make the fake, and he keeps it up around the left side, and he's drove out of bounds. Takes it all the way to the a sideline fence, if you will, and drove out of bounds. Maybe a pickup of a yard. Let's see where they're going to spot it.
That's interesting. That's interesting by Coach Moore out there to put Sperry back at quarterback. That gives you, a lot of options there because he's a great athlete.
Pick up a 3 yards for Sperry before he goes out of bounds. 3:03 on the clock, and look, here we go again. Stacy in the backfield now. 3 receivers just to Stacy's right. It'll be, I see Tincher and Isaac Wheels Turner. I think the far receiver on the far side of the field is Austin Sperry. I can't see the number on this receiver. It's probably Corey Watkins, judging by his height. Screenplay going to be overthrown to Isaac Wheels Turner. Wheels not able to get a hand on that, and then it goes incomplete. And that was Corey Watkins, number 6, was the receiver closest to us. Good to see him out here as a senior. So that'll bring up 4th down and 3. Ball on the 48. It looks like it's almost at the 49, and the Cats say we're going to go for it and try to get it across the 50 into Bulldog territory. Stacking the backfield. We got 2 receivers stacked, 1 each side. Stacy. 1 wide out is Sperry. He'll turn. They'll give it to Combs. Combs lowers the shoulder, and he'll get the first down. A go time. First down for the Cats on the legs of Corey Combs. That's what I was going to mention a minute ago. We've seen three different offensive players really running that QB position. Combs, Stacy, and Sperry. All back there in the first quarter. Of course, Combs back there to start the game in the Wildcat.
Yeah, that just adds another layer that opponents have to prepare for when you show something like that. When you have the ability to keep them guessing like that, it just makes your team harder to prepare for.
One wide receiver to the far side of the field is Sperry. 2 receivers or 2 backs in the backfield, and Corey Combs gets a block and breaks a tackle. Rumble up to about the 24-yard line, so a big pickup that time by Corey Combs.
Corey, he's really made the most of his opportunities this year. Had a couple of, big runs in some previous games, and I think I believe I'd keep feeding him the ball, Rob.
Well, that time, Corey gets us a steak and shake. First down for the Cats as the ball's on the 25-yard line in Bulldog territory. Once again, a back to each side of Stacy. 1 receiver to the far sideline and give to Gibson. Gibson around the corner on the left side. Breaks the tackle, lowers the shoulder, past the 10, up to the 5 before he's dropped down right at the sideline. So a great run for Gibson.
I think Coach Moore may have found something that he likes right now, and it's working. I'd like to see him stick with it for a little bit.
We got to build confidence in these young guys, and there's one way to do it. And Coach Moore got to like what he sees right now on the running game. Again, give to Gibson. Gibson tucks it and cuts it up inside, and he'll cross the goal line for a People's Bank of Jackson touchdown for the Cats with 1:33 to go here in the first. We got a flag in the end zone. Probably going to be unsportsmanlike already. A little bit too much celebration, maybe. Thanks again to Hutch Automotive and Tire Works, your home in Jackson for the CarQuest Auto Parts, located on Highway 15. Southern Woods Heating and Air for all your heating and cooling needs with installation or service. No job too big or too small. Touchdown is good. Unsportsmanlike conduct again on number 72 of the Dogs and also on the Cats. So the extra point for Terry will be set. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up. And I don't think that was good. Off to the right. So Terry not good on the second kick tonight. 1 for 2. That'll make it 13-0. 1:33 to go here in the first. Thanks again to our sponsors, Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, Dr. Howard can help. YPK Motorsports with 3 locations in Eastern Kentucky, Jackson, Hazard, and Paintsville. Prairie County Tire. Find the best tires for your vehicle at Prairie County Tire here in Hazard, Kentucky. And First Trust Bank, here to help you find the loan that's great for you and your business with competitive rates and terms. So, Eric, a good show of offense production. Offensively, the Cats really something they wanted to work on. And, we talked earlier about execution. And so far, no matter what set or what play Coach Moore has drawn up, the Bobcats have executed pretty well.
Yeah, they're looking real good here tonight on offense and defense both. The Bobcats got a big offensive line, and you kind of wondered all year when were they going to get going and really kind of take over a ball game. And I wonder if tonight's not the night, Rob.
It could be, very well could be. As Terry puts the boot to it, nice kick. It's going to go back around the 5-yard line, and it's going to be caught and brought out of there. I believe that's the same return here. Good return up to about the 31. I believe that's the same young man on the first one. That was number 4, I believe, Javion White on the reception and run back. Good run, good kick by Braxton back to about the 5. And Javion White able to bring it out to the 31-yard line. 36-yard line, my bad. We're sitting right on it. You think I could get it right.
Want to see more of the same here out of this Bobcat defense. Want to see everybody flying to the football. Want to see aggressiveness. And
I'll tell you, here we go. As Linden is going to give to Hill. Hill around the corner. The ball came out. Ball comes out. And they're going to say he was down, I believe. Colby Bird says, hey, I've got it. But Hill will shake that one off. Ball spotted back at the 36-yard line over on the right hash for the Bulldogs.
The Bobcats had a knack for creating fumbles last week.
We'll take this chance to say shout out to Seth Holland, coach of the middle school Cats. Big win this week, and they'll be on the road traveling tomorrow. I tell you, it's a fun team to watch. If you get a chance, try to catch one of these middle school games. Seth doing a great job. That time, Linden, tries to tuck it and go up the middle, and he'll be stopped by Terry, Ogans, and Barnett. And I think that's also Colby Bird in there and Tincher.
Bulldogs having a difficult time blocking this Bobcat defensive front. They're able to get pressure quite a bit here so far.
Loss of a yard that time, so ball actually back on the 35, just shy of the 35. The Bulldogs and Coach Howard are going to let the clock run out. We will too. We will take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here with the second quarter on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bluegrass Sports Nation bringing you the Bobcats and the Bulldogs from Daniel Field here in Hazard. Another shout out, Mr. Jeremy Rice on the stream tonight watching. Good to see his name on there. So we will flip the sides of the field or ends of the field. Bulldogs will be coming from our left to right now. Starting to feel like football weather out here, Eric. A little bit of a crisp night and starting to feel like fall out here.
It sure is. It's the greatest time of year.
Oh, man, Bobcats showing blitz big time. Kylan Combs coming on a safety blitz. And I think the brake pedal was working, but there wasn't any fluid in the brakes.
No.
He pumped it a couple times, but he crosses the line of scrimmage. Kylan coming hard. Kylan's not a big guy like Corey, his older brother. I wouldn't want to have been standing on the other line of scrimmage with that head of steam coming, though.
No, he had a good ways to go from his safety position. He was I think he had he was seeing big hit in his
So the Dogs will move it up and a quick pass over to number 4, and Wesley Abner able to wrap him up at the 45-yard line. Good tackle by Wes on Javion White. White with a nice reception. And that is a go time. First down for the Dogs as they'll move the chains. Go time. Refresh, refill, and refuel. The Dogs bring it up to the 45-yard line of the Cats. Really the first offensive, really productive, well, I mean, not the first play, but the first passing play that we've seen one of the receivers actually open on for the Dogs and able to make that catch and make a turn and pick up the first down. Linden will turn, give it to Hill. Hill shakes and bakes, makes a man miss. And we got a tackle on the 40-yard line by Alex Strong, but a flag comes out immediately. And probably looking for a face mask, Eric. I'm guessing. Judging from where the flag came in at. No. The flag will go against the offense. And the Bulldogs will march that one back. I really thought we had maybe a face mask on that one from the defenses from this standpoint because it was a high tackle.
Yeah, just based on when and where the flag came out, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Bulldogs had starts of a nice drive going there, but that holding penalties pushed them back.
Tell you what, it's good to look down these comments and see names like Bobby Bush, Steve Thomas. These guys got a conversation going on here. I tell you what, guys, good to see y'all on the broadcast watching. The Bobcats showing off on defense. That time, Corey Combs, Sawyer Hall, Braylon Thomas, all in the backfield for the Cats. Braylon making Coach Steve Thomas proud. So the Bobcats come up with a big tackle for loss after the block in the back penalty. And 10:46 on the clock. Cats up 13-0 here before halftime. Second and forever for the Dogs.
I've said it 3 or 4 times already, but I love the aggressiveness that we're seeing out of these Bobcats here tonight.
Dogs get set. 2 receivers each side. Cats showing blitz. Tolson's coming. And they're after him, and they've got him. Huge sack for the Cats. Let's see who all comes out of the pile. There's a number of Cats that broke through the line of scrimmage. And that is Hall and Thomas. Also, Waylon Abner, I believe, in there. And Linden going to be a little bit slow to the sideline as he gets the call from Coach Howard. He'll pick up the speed on the way back to the huddle. So the Cats are doing a phenomenal job on defense against the Bulldogs right now. 3rd and 32 for the Dogs.
Spread the field. They've got some speed.
4 receivers now for the Dogs. And we got a whistle. Yeah, delay a game. That's what I was looking at the game clock. The play clock had pulled up a 0 back here behind the field goal post, and the Dogs will walk it back again. So
that's just adding insult to injury right there.
It really is. So 4th and 37 for the Dogs, and they are still in offensive production mode. 3rd and 37, my bad. Cats showing blitz again, and it works. 3 Cats there to tear up the Dogs. I tell you what, defensively, there's no stopping that front core that they've got right now. Tincher, Combs, Hall, Abner, and Braylon Thomas, I believe, all making things happen that time. 9 minutes to go before the half. That'll bring up the punt team for the Bulldogs on 4th and 37.
You said it, Rob. The defensive front for the Bobcats right now, they're just explosive, and I don't think the Bulldogs, they don't have an answer for them right now.
No. Back deep for the Cats, Isaac Wheels Turner and that young man that got the first touchdown, John Carter Holland. Bad snap and almost blocked by Tincher. Ball is going to fall and roll past the 50 over into Bobcat territory, and it'll be down at the 42-yard line. Special thanks again to our game sponsors, Rose Brothers Department Store, with locations in Jackson and Bateville. Shop in the store or online at rosebros.com. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the wholesale needs of Eastern Kentucky. And Lakeside Homes. If you've been looking for a new home, stop by Lakeside Homes where you always get a great deal. So 8:27 on the clock before the half. Cats up 13-0 over the Bulldogs. 2023 edition of the Black Gold Bowl here from Daniel Field in Hazard, Kentucky. Cats going back to work on offense. Two receivers in front of us, John Carter, Holland, and Tincher. Sperry to the far side of the field. Give inside to Gibson. Gibson will bounce off a couple of linemen there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of a yard. Maybe two. Let's see where the spot is. Referee will pick the ball up, move it back about a yard. So pick up a one. Ball will be on the 43. Second down and 9 for the Cats. Three receivers this side now. Carter, Tincher, and Isaac Wheels Turner. Far receiver is Sperry. Stacy making the play calls. He'll move Gibson over to his left, waiting on the snap from Evan Miller. Here's a snap. Screen play over to Isaac Wheels Turner. Wheels has got an alley. He makes a turn past the 50 up to the 40 and out of bounds into Dogs territory. That'll be a steak and shake. First down for the Cats as they'll move the chains. Steak and Shake of Hazard, famous for the great milkshakes and steak burgers.
That was that's what Coach Holcomb used to always call bread and butter play right there.
Nice to see Isaac get some open space. Nice to see the screenplay work for the Cats. Isaac is a dangerous offensive weapon for the Cats when he gets rolling. Stacy waiting on the snap. He'll fake to Gibson and roll to his right. Throws to Isaac Wheels Turner again. Gets a block from Carter Holland. And the man just kind of got away from Carter and able to make the snag on Isaac before he goes out of bounds. And that'll be another go time first down for the Cats, courtesy of Isaac Wheels Turner.
So yeah, you said it a second ago. Wheels, he's dangerous if you get the ball in his hands in the open field. And he's shown it right there on the last two plays.
That first screenplay, man, he had an alley open up in front of him, and he went forward about 15 yards and then hung a left.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, he's got some quick moves, and he's hard to catch up with once he gets rolling.
Yeah, had some good downfield blocking by Tincher and Holland also.
Gibson up at the wingback. They'll put John Carter Holland in motion. Holland gears down, sets up shop beside Stacy. Give to Holland around the right end, and he'll be tackled. Nice pickup by John Carter. I love that play. They put him in motion and bring him up, set him up, and he gets the zip code right beside of Stacy, and Stacy just turns and hands the ball off. Carter is going to be he already is, but he's going to be a great running back for these Cats going forward.
Yeah, he got that game real quick. He's got great acceleration.
6:33 now to go before halftime. And we got a whistle. We got a timeout on the field. And we'll take a short break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation with them. We'll be right back after these messages.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
We are back on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Bulldogs hosting the Bobcats of Breathitt here tonight, 13-0. And timeout is over with, and the Bobcats come back onto the field. Go back to business and see what this offense can produce as we're knocking on the door right at the red zone of the Dogs.
We're talking.
So 2nd and 2.
Stacy working on.
Is that correct? Yeah, second. It looks like about 3 from here. Stacy, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right is Sperry. He'll give to Gibson. Gibson will put on the brakes, turn it back up inside, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Looks to be maybe a tackle for a loss by the Dogs, possibly maybe loss of the yard. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not, or it'll be close.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here. Bobcats been going back to the running game here. might be time to see if they can't catch the Bulldogs slipping and maybe hit them over top the pass play possibly.
Stacy trying to draw the Dogs off sides again and nothing doing. They reset, calls the play, gets set. Give to Gibson. Gibson up inside. He will pick up the first down. A nice block up inside by the lineman. I see Waylon Abner getting up from the turf, judging from where he is playing on the field. Possibly, I probably missed a counter or a trap play that time by Waylon. I didn't see him get the block, but he ended up on this side of the field. And that inside cut by Gibson up inside tells me it was probably a trap play.
Should have downs here.
Again, they'll fake to Gibson and sit. Go to the end zone. And a good chance at an interception by the Bulldogs, but nothing happening that time. Stacy was going for Sperry in the end zone with a quick hit, just like you said. Nice pass over their heads, but had a good defensive back there playing some good coverage on Sperry.
Yeah, had him covered. Teams have been they've had a corner on Sperry and then had a safety kind of over the top here the last couple games, seems like, and was not open on that play. But with his athletic ability, sometimes you can get one up high, maybe he can go up and get it.
Well, Dillon's got a lot of confidence in Sperry, and he knows if he can put it up there, Sperry can sky up and get it. And Sperry definitely got some good hops and a good set of hands. This time, Stacy, little screen play over to John Carter Holland. He's got a man to beat. He's still on his feet. And he'll get up to about the 10-yard line, maybe the 9. Looks like the line judge will spot it on the 10. A good screen play and a good reception that time by John Carter, courtesy of Dillon Stacy. Big change of offensive production as you see Gibson and Isaac Wills Turner and John Carter Holland all go off the field. And here comes, we got Barnett, Tincher, Tolson, and Corey Combs back onto the field. And no receivers at this time. So heavy set, everybody in the box.
We need some kind of sound effect when the heavy set comes on.
It'd be nice to have a big drop of bass, We get a quick timeout on the field, I believe. 4:20 to go here before the half. We'll take this timeout with them here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
To all our sponsors, thanks again to the Go Time. You just saw that commercial there here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. Thanks to my main man here beside of me, Tieback, producer, for keeping us straight. Without him, no telling what kind of trouble, man, you'd get into, Eric.
This thing would be going off the rails.
That's the best way I know to put it. So the heavy set back in for the Cats, and Corey Combs back there in the Wildcat. He'll take the direct snap. Let's see which direction he goes. High snap for Corey. He'll take it on the one bounce, throws it out of bounds. Smart decision to get rid of it by Combs.
That shows the football IQ that young man has right there. Able to get the ball, fortunate for the bounce, able to throw it out, throw it away without taking the sack and loss of yardage. Great play by Corey.
So the high snap makes it 4th and about 5. Ball on the 10-yard line. We'll see another offensive change of troops for the Cats. Sperry back in at the near receiver now here right in front of us. And Tincher and John Carter Holland will be to the right. Isaac Wills Turner comes in now to line up here on the left just inside of Sperry. Single back just to the right of Stacy is Gibson. Stacy waits on the snap. He'll roll off from the fake from Gibson. Roll to his right. He's got a man out there looking for Isaac Wills Turner in the end zone. And the pass is knocked down, and we got a flag in the end zone too, I believe. Pass intended for Isaac Wills Turner as he broke loose from his guy and headed towards the end zone. Stacy sees him, makes the pass. It goes incomplete off the hands of one of the defenders. And we'll see what the referee's penalty marker tells us here. And it'll be holding on the Cats. Penalty will be declined, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Cats. And the Bulldogs will get a go time first down from the 10-yard line. Go time with 8 great locations to serve you. Stop by and refresh, refill, and refuel. Bulldogs with their back to the end zone, basically to our left. Their backs to the doghouse that they came in through, Eric. 10-yard line, not a place you want to be to start an offensive drive, but we'll see how the Dogs do.
No, you said it. You don't want to be down there starting any drive, but especially when you're playing a defense that's been playing as aggressive and getting the penetration the Bobcats have been getting.
It takes a very confident offensive set and group to be able to function from back behind the 10. That time the ball handed off and a tackle for a loss made by Tolson, Ogans, Kobe Bird, also in on the stop. Probably a loss of about a yard, but I tell you what, they're spotting right back at the 10. I didn't think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but they'll say 2nd and 10 for the Dogs. What I was going to say, it takes a very confident offensive set of guys to function from back there. Quarterback got to have a lot of confidence in that line and a lot of confidence to take the time and know his reads and be able to get the ball out of there if you throw it. And if you're going to run it, you got to have a lot of confidence in that running back. Here comes the Cats. Ball going to be thrown incomplete by Linden and hits the ground. The intended receiver was number 14. That is Gavin Johnson, a young man that really offensively, production-wise in the passing game, Gavin is the leading receiver for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are just struggling to get anything going because the Bobcats are just applying pressure almost every play. Linden, he's just not got any time to sit back there and survey the field, find the open man, had to get it out of his hands.
Really has it. The Cats winning the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. We got another timeout here with 3:20 to go before the half. We'll keep it here. We'll say thanks to some of our sponsors in front of us, like Scott over at Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Stop by and see him for all your electrical, plumbing, heating, septic, and appliance needs. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, great people who have your safety at heart. Family and Hometown Pharmacy have always been proud supporters of the Bobcats. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson, along with their famous hoagies. If you got any doubts about Variety Pizza, just swing by there. We've been there every Thursday night here for 2 or 3 weeks. The place is hopping. We had to find a place to sit last week for the Kyle Moore Show. Breathitt County Farm Bureau with agents Chuck Price and Seth Holland. Great guys that take care of our county and care about our kids and our community. Chuck and Seth remind you that they are big on Breathitt County and Farm Bureau is big on Kentucky. ARH Regional Healthcare with 13 hospitals and many multi-specialty physician practices across eastern Kentucky and Appalachia. Cats and the Dogs back on the field after the short timeout. Braylon Thomas at a nose guard. Braxton Terry playing in a 5 position, and he's got a clean shot. Got a hand up. Almost intercepted as Kylan Combs was on the man and Wesley Abner was right there. I thought Wes may have the interception. I'll tell you what, Linden that time had a young man by the name of Braxton Terry coming at him full force and hands in the air. And that time the ball goes incomplete and it's 3:16 to go before the half. It's 4th and 10. So the Dogs not able to get any offensive production on that drive, and they'll have to be forced to punt.
Good snap.
Good snap, and the kick is up. Almost blocked. The ball's going to fall right around the 40 and take a Bulldog roll before it stops. And they will spot it on the 40. Ball fell around the 35, rolled up to about the 40. So the Bobcats defense forced the punt, and not a bad punt, but maybe rushed because the young man Tincher was coming in hot to try and block it. And the Bobcats with great field position on the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, well, the punter was backed way up. It would have taken, a great kick to get it out past the 50.
3:04 now to go before the half. Holland and Tincher, two receivers in front of us. Stacy will sit back. He's got to go down as the young man coming in to try and make the sack was number 10. That is Blankenship, and he was coming on a hurry from that end position. And Stacy that time just has to go down to protect the football.
Yeah, smart play by Dylan there. It was obvious he was going to take a hit. Might as well get down and save yourself. I don't blame Coach Moore for looking for the big play right there, but so far the running game has been getting things done here. Be nice to see him kind of stick with it and build some confidence here in his ball club.
Sure would. Two receivers each side. Stacy sits back to throw. Got plenty of time. Goes across the middle for the screenplay to Gibson. Gibson makes the haul, and he'll get it back up to around the 45, 46-yard line. A couple of players slow to get up that time. Thanks again to the law offices of David A. Johnson with offices in Hazard and Jackson. If you've been injured, call David and his staff. They are the car wreck professionals. Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving the financial needs of Breathitt counties. Check out their free CBTJ mobile app, banking right on your phone. Big Blue Heating and Air. Call Big Blue Heating and Air for all your HVAC needs. Happy to serve Eastern and Central Kentucky. Thacker Grigsby Communications, the best in telephone, television, and internet, serving Breathitt, Perry, Knott, Letcher, and Leslie counties. So the Cats get set on offense. Stacy will give to Combs. Combs up inside, lowers his shoulder, still on his feet. And a big pickup of yards that time by Corey Combs. And that'll be a steak and shake first down for Corey Combs.
Rob, I like watching these running backs for the Bobcats go. Corey Combs, Gibson, they both run with power. They both initiate contact. And it looks like this Bobcat offensive line is trying to enforce their will on the Bobcats here tonight.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, they're winning that line of scrimmage, and they're really looking good up front at this point. Tucked in now. They're going to give to Combs. He got a blocker up in front of him. It's Tolson. Combs rolls forward again. Big pickup of yards. Probably a pickup of around 7 or 8. Let's see where the ball is spotted. Just shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. Had one receiver that time, Sperry out to the right. And the two receivers in the backfield are Tolson and Combs, of course. Tolson did a great job of blocking that time, made some room for Corey. The line opened up the alley, and Corey made the best of that one.
Yeah, if you get him.
Stacy, designed keeper. He's going to go to the corner, picks up the first down before he's out of bounds. Good run by Dylan Stacy to pick up the go time. First down for the Cats.
If you can get Corey Combs into the second level, if you can get him against a linebacker or a secondary player, they may tackle him, but he's going to get positive yardage. He's going to fall forward every time.
You're exactly right. Once he gets past that initial line of scrimmage and he gets into that linebacking core or that second level, he's a lethal back at that point. When he lowers that shoulder, he's still getting positive yards, like you said. Stacy going to give to Combs again. Combs up inside, gets past the line of scrimmage and taken down. Pick up still of about 4 or 5 yards. Combs with a nice run that time. Somebody able to get to his legs, or he probably still would have been running. And we'll get another timeout here with 36 seconds to go before the half. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Bluegrass Sports Nation, we are back live from Daniel Field here in Hazard. I guess that's the timeout clock counting down. There's about 20 seconds left here in the timeout session. Got 36 seconds on the clock before halftime. Cats up 13-0. I think we may have hit on this, Eric. The running game and the line doing a lot of work for the Cats.
Yeah.
Stacy going to fake up inside to Gibson. Short pass, got a man in the end zone. And that is good for a touchdown. I think the payoff came on behalf of Corey Combs. Corey comes out of the backfield, makes a little wheel route into the end zone. And the pass, pitch and catch from Dylan Stacy to Corey Combs. Good for a People's Bank touchdown for the Cats. People's Bank and Trust of Jackson working together to build success.
That's a nice execution for the Bobcats. Good job by Stacy to look downfield. His first read or two wasn't open, but he knew he had Combs out there, hit him with the perfect pass, 6 points.
Stacy makes the call. He'll give inside to Combs again, and Combs will dance in for the 2-point conversion. And with 31 seconds left in the first half, the Cats go up 21-0 on the Bulldogs here in the 2023 edition of the Black Gold Bowl.
Yeah, it looks like the Bobcats have definitely bounced back from last week's loss at Johnson Central. Right now, they're executing on offense, on defense, and special teams is playing well also.
Well, yeah, they really are. And I like how Coach Moore opened up the game. We opened up with something that not everybody is used to us doing. I mean, we did it last season, but why not come out and put Corey Combs in the Wildcat and get him a few more blockers over on that left side of the line, make that side of the line heavy, and let's see what happens. And I like that. I like that call, coming out with something different and getting the offense some confidence and getting them rolling down the field. And they've marched it each time they've had the ball. They've marched down the field. So
yeah, I'm right there with you, Rob. I like the creativity by Coach Moore. I mean, he's got a lot of talented players on this team, and might as well put them in places where you can take advantage of matchups and create something.
So here's the kick from Terry as he boots it high. It's going to fall back around the 16 and be fielded. And the young man looking for an alley. He's got one, but he is met right inside by Braxton Terry. Oh, wow.
That was an abrupt stop right there.
I don't know the young man that was running the ball, but he got introduced to Braxton Terry real quick. Not only can I kick it, but I'm not afraid to tackle too.
Yeah.
The kicker flexing a little muscle on the coverage.
Yeah, he ran up there and said, "Here, let me introduce myself."
Got a few wows from the crowd on that stop. Still a good run back for the Bulldogs. Ball going to be sitting at the 44. That's the 39-yard line. I got to get my glasses checked.
I think you said that last year.
Snap and a long pass, and it's intercepted. No, out of bounds. Thought for sure Alex Strong had that one in his breadbasket. Nice pass that time by Linden down the sideline for the Bulldogs. Intended receiver. I think that might have been Javion White. I'm not for sure. It looked like it. But anywho, Strong almost with the interception. Ball will fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 39 now for the Bulldogs of Hazard.
Yeah, the Bobcats need to be prepared. They're liable to see another pass play here.
Linden takes a snap. Designed keeper. He'll keep it, and he'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards, and we got a flag coming in from behind. Referee's looking at the offense, so we'll see what the call is. Probably a hold if that's the case. Mr. Referee has picked up the ball and with face mask on the defense. And they'll walk it off 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 5. Repeat of down for the Dogs. 14 seconds left in the half. Linden comes into the huddle.
Right.
And the Dogs got to get to work if they're going to get this one off. Down to 7. 6, 5, 4. And Linden not going to be able to get this one off as the horn will sound And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Bobcats on top of the Bulldogs, 21-0 here in Hazard. We'll be right back on Bluegrass Sports Nation after these messages.
Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Lakeside Homes, located in Jackson, Kentucky, has been serving Breathitt and surrounding counties for over 27 years. They have new and manufactured homes from Norris, Clayton, and Fleetwood, single wides, double wides, and also an assortment of quality used homes. Many financing options available, offering site prep, delivery, and setup for a no-hassle experience. To find your new home, visit them at 42 Jeffs Drive in Jackson or on the web at www.lakesidehomesjackson.com or call 606-666-7558.
PDQ Sales and Services, formerly known as Jackson Wholesale Company, is a locally owned and operated convenience store and grocery store supplier with a full line of products. They have ice cream, groceries, meat, dairy, candy, and more. They even have janitorial supplies including Tactical Strike disinfectant. Tactical Strike has been approved by the EPA to kill the virus that causes COVID-19. Give PDQ a call today at 606-666-2495.
It's football season, and Rose Brothers is happy again to help sponsor the Breathitt Bobcats here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. When you're outfitting your athletes or need warm weather gear, visit us at Rose Brothers. Our Under Armour, Columbia, and Simply Southern outerwear are just what you need to keep the chill away. And see our athletic and active footwear for your whole family. And we offer no-fee layaway and free gift wrapping all year round. You can always see what's going on at Rose Brothers on the web at rosebros.com. Then come see us at Rose Brothers in Jackson and Batable.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza. Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone or give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5500.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We are back on Bluegrass Sports Nation here from Daniel Field in Hazard, Kentucky. The Bobcats on top of the Bulldogs, 21-0 here in the first half. I guess the big news, the headline here tonight is the dominating, I'll use that word because that's what you said, dominance of the line up front, both offensively and defensively. And we've rotated some people on defense and not missed a beat. We've looked really good.
So you liking that vocabulary there, Rob?
Yeah, great job, Teach. I'll call you Teach.
But yeah, the Bobcats have showed up to play here tonight. They performed well on offense, defense, special teams, especially in the trenches on offense and defense. They really have. They've just showed up. last week was a struggle for them, but this week here they are dominating this Hazard Bulldog Ball Club right now.
Well, we're getting a nice view across the field, Kurt, the tent courtesy of Citizens Bank and Trust for the Bobcats, and a big screen where coaches are able to pull the guys in and say, hey, this is what you did right, and this is what we don't want you to do next time, and maybe make some corrections. And got the team kind of huddled around it at midfield there, just watching some of the playback film from the end zone camera and different views for the coaches to pick and maybe some constructive criticism going on over there for the Cats. There's always something you can work on and get better at. Cats doing a great job early defensively and offensively. In the kicking game, pretty good. I think Braxton missed one extra point. But so far, the Bobcats on track for a victory tonight if everything was to hold here at Daniel Field. Hazard having a really tough time up front matching the linemen on offense. Defensively, we talked about the dominance of our front three and the rotation. We're pulling Ogans and Terry and Bowling out, and we're putting in Colby Bird, Waylon Abner, and Sawyer Hall among some other guys. And it's nice to see Braylon Thomas in there too. I just caught a glimpse of him. It's nice to see these guys getting in the game and just not filling a role but making a difference. It's great to be on a big stage. Anytime you play the Bulldogs of Hazard, it's a big stage. It's a big game night, and it's good to see these guys in a rotation getting these reps, and they're very meaningful reps for those guys that are coming in.
Yeah, I agree 100% there. It's great to have 4 or 5 guys that you can rotate in there, keep guys fresh, and the fact that they're not just coming in and giving the starters a rest, but they're coming in and, like you said, making meaningful plays. And they're really playing good. Everybody that's come in on the defensive line for the Bobcats has had an impact here tonight, and that really is the difference in the ball game. Last week, the Bobcats struggled up front on offense and defense, both against Johnson Central, but tonight, they've got their minds right. And they're getting a lot of pressure on defense, just a lot of pressure, not giving Linden any time at all. And on offense, they're opening up some holes for these running backs, and it looks like a different ball club than a week ago.
The two things that I really, want to hit on is intensity. They really look like they've come to play tonight, and the intensity level, it's very evident in the hits and the tackles and the blocks that are being made. Wes Abner made a break on the ball, didn't get the interception, but the intensity level of the tackles and the effort that is there, not just at one position, but at all positions, seems to be really clicking. And the other thing being the communication. I feel like Stacy's communicating with the backs and everybody in the backfield and his receivers, and I feel like defensively we're communicating well. So you tie those things together. When you got a ball club that communicates well, and they build confidence in one another by doing so, and when the intensity level there, when you mix those two together, good things going to happen.
Yeah, I like both those points there, Rob. You've got to have intensity. You've got to play this game with some aggressiveness. And the Bobcats, they're all over that tonight. They're playing fast. They're getting to the ball, and you can tell they're having fun. I'm sure they're having a much nicer halftime today than they did a week ago.
Yeah.
But the communication, that is key. You're only going to go as far as your communication takes you. And that's true in any aspect of this world, whether you're talking about a relationship, a business, or a ball club.
Yeah.
And they're doing it here tonight. They're, like you said, they came to play, and in every aspect of the game, they're performing well and executing. And it's been a joy here to watch, unless you're a Hazard Bulldog fan.
Well, that's true. And I think what we talked a little bit about this on the Kyle Moore show. Hazard's had some games that didn't go their way, and some scores that didn't really, we're not used to seeing on the Hazard home front for football. And I'm sure they're going to get things squared away and get the ship righted. And it's a young ball club, and like we talked about earlier, maybe the numbers are down, but it's one of those things that it's in a rotation. We know some of the kids in the young program, and they're doing great. Their middle school program is just exceptional right now, and the good things still coming for them. So the future's still bright for them. We say it week after week. football is a game of adversity, and the Bobcats have had their back to the fire week after week, and really only one easy game so far that they've played was Lewis County. So the Bobcats tonight, 21-0 over the Dogs here at halftime. We're going to take another quick break. 5 minutes to go. We'll be back here on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
Call the professionals at Big Blue Heating and Air. Residential and commercial, we provide HVAC and refrigeration services, including installations, replacements, and repairs. Plus, we're available 24/7 for emergencies. With over a decade of experience, we provide honest, friendly, and dependable service. And you can relax knowing your family's comfort is our top priority. Serving Montgomery, Clark, Bath, Powell, and other neighboring counties. Big Blue Heating and Air. No job too big, no job too small.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life. YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com. Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Bluegrass Sports Nation, we are back. We've got about a minute and 14 seconds before halftime is over. Coach Moore out at center field working with his quarterbacks and his receivers, and the rest of the coaching staff down in front of the end zone to our right, getting the rest of the guys stretched out. Fudd Hayes, Justin Combs, Shorty Combs, just a number of, mention a few of the coaches down here near the end zone, working our guys out, getting them stretched and getting them ready to go back into the second half. Good solid first half of football for the Cats. Good to see. We touched on a number of things. You know, I anytime you play a ball club like this, especially Hazard, you want to play their best. You know, we wish the best for Max Pelfrey. We'd like to see him out here, and we wish him a speedy recovery, whatever the issue is. a great young man and a great athlete here at Hazard. And we wish him the best of luck going forward and hope that he's able to get back on the field soon. But nonetheless, and never to doubt the offense or the defensive line of the Cats. They really imposed their will and owned the line of scrimmage. And last night, Coach Moore said we were going to see a different ball club, but he thought we'd see a different attitude, and he thought we'd see an offense that he said would be different. And, we made mention of that early as we came out in a different set in the Wildcat. You and we love that heavy set. It puts the emphasis on the line, and that's where it needs to be. We want to give props to those offensive linemen, and we came out in that, and we got some confidence. We got the ball rolling early, and the Cats have continued to build. They've marched down the field 3 times now on 3 good scoring drives, and been able to hold the Dogs scoreless in the first half. See what Coach Moore does going forward. I'm sure our starters will stay in for quite some time. The ball game is by no means out of hand at this point, so I'm sure that it'll still be a competitive ball game, and we'll keep the starters in as long as possible.
Rob, you talking about the line there made me think of something that our old line coach Ricky Brew used to say. Linemen are athletes too.
Yes, that's right. They are. And he would know, wouldn't he? Yeah. Shout out to Coach Brewer. I tell you what, he's a great guy. I'll miss that guy.
Yeah. You haven't seen him in a long time. I hope he's doing well.
Me too.
It'd be great if he gets the opportunity to watch some of the Bobcats here on BSN. But like you said, this Bobcat line, I know we've talked about it before already. They really are performing well tonight, and I'd like to see them do it for 2 more quarters. And it'll be interesting to see how many points the Bobcats can put up on the board here tonight.
Shout out to Jaron Fugit, Connie Hale, 2 active viewers I know that are always watching us. Pam Williams says, "Go Dogs." Good to have a Bulldog supporter here on the broadcast. I gotta agree with my buddy Alan Sperry. I'd like to have a replay camera of that last hit there we saw on the kickoff. And I just appreciate all you guys being with us tonight here for the Black Gold Bowl in Hazard from Daniel Field. The Bobcats are finished with their warm-ups to our right. The Bulldogs are finishing up theirs down to our left. And, like we talked about, both these ball clubs really have had a rough early part of the season, and things maybe not going the way that either one of them really wanted as far as scoring or offensively, offense production. But you talk about righting the ship and getting things corrected, and you think about adversity and football games and life, and that stuff don't happen overnight. And you like to see a ball club weather the storm, 2 or 3 tough losses, and things not going correctly, and being able to come back and put it together and put it together against a good ball club. I mean, not to take anything away from Hazard. Hazard always has some great athletes and some good guys in different positions, and
they do.
Taking nothing away from them here tonight. They still got great athletes, and these young guys that are on the field are giving their best effort to make things happen for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. As a coach, it's like you said, you want your team to face some adversity because you need to know how they're going to respond.
Exactly, and you want to know how they're going to respond before you get to those last 5 games. I'm talking about the last 5 games up to the state championship. You want to know early, and I'd rather lose some of those ball games early. We talked with a couple of people today, and one of those made the emphasis that this ball club has got the talent that they're sitting right on the cusp, able to win all these games that are in front of them on the schedule. So Terry puts the boot to it, ball at the 40. It'll fall around the 21, 22-yard line. Take a big bounce back to about the 10. It'll be fielded in the backfield, and here comes the Dogs out of there with it. That's number 6. Let me get my glasses back on, Eric, so I can see the roster. For the Bulldogs, that is number 6 coming out of there. That's Connor Holbrook. Holbrook with a pretty good run, and that'll be a steak and shake first down for the Dogs as they'll take over on the looks like the 26. They'll at 27 on the board, but it looks like the 26-yard line from here. Dogs will come out, and looks like they got Hill back behind Linden. Linden calls for the snap. They'll turn, give to Hill. He's met immediately.
Bobcats are picking up where they left off, Rob.
Terry, Colby Bird, Tincher. And I think that was, I think Ogans was in there. I thought I seen James Ogans coming through there, but Terry that time, Braxton with the big move from that end position. He's playing in a 5 technique most of the night. And versatile ball player. He goes from a 5 to a 2, as you'll see him get down in the stance now at that end position. Cats showing blitz. Here comes Corey Combs. Quick pass. Little screen pass over to the right by Linden. Falls short and incomplete. Intended for Gage Logan. And that'll bring up 3rd and 15 for the Dogs. That tackle for loss made by Terry there on 2nd down has moved the Dogs back, and 15 yards to go to move the chains for the Bulldogs. 11-11 here in the 3rd quarter. Linden waiting on the snap. 4 wideouts, 2 to each side for Linden. He'll call for the snap, set back in the pocket. He's rushed out there by Barnett. Barnett that time able to bring him down. Huge play by Braden Barnett as he'll make the sack.
Yeah, good speed by Barnett coming off the edge there. No doubt he was going to get there.
Yeah, he was coming, and he took Linden down. Another big loss. The clock shows 4th and 24. And once again, the punter for Hazard is right back at the edge of the end zone. So hard place to kick from. He gets the boot to it. High kick, and it's going to fall around the 31-32, and it'll take a big bounce up to about the 40 before it's downed by the Bulldogs. So the Bobcats with a steak and shake 1st down. They'll take over on the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. And once again, great field position. 10:28 to go here in the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Coach Moore does here. Does he go for a quick strike, try to put some more points on the board, see if he can't do it fast, or does he try to ground and pound here and take advantage of the play of his offensive line?
I'll tell you what, they've definitely put on a show here tonight. You got to love the performance by this line up front as he gives to Gibson, and Gibson's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. I think that was number 78. 72. My bad. That is Higgins, young man that was called for a couple early penalties. So Higgins able to make the stop in the backfield on Gibson.
Yeah, he got in there quickly. I'm not sure if they were running away from him. I'm not sure if he was unblocked in the scheme or if someone whiffed on him there, but he got in the backfield quick.
Oh, a turn and a give. Isaac Wheels Turner in the backfield, and Wheels making it a move and finally knocked out of bounds by number 14. But Isaac that time picking up the 1st down with some big yardage as he comes around in the backfield and takes the handoff from Stacy. Comes around the left corner and finds the sideline. Made a couple of people miss and finally took out of bounds. Ball marked on the 17. 1st and 10 for the Cats. That'll be a steak and shake 1st down for the Cats. Steak and shake here in Hazard, famous for the great milkshakes and steak burgers.
Wheels showing some good speed, acceleration, vision, and shiftiness on that run.
I'll tell you what, he's a quick back when he can get into the open field. You get the ball in his hands and just let him go to work. Stacy, 3 wide receivers to his right. He'll give up inside to Gibson, and Gibson is tackled immediately. Got back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. Stacy will go over and talk to Coach Moore and get to play. Thanks again to our sponsors, Jackson Physical Therapy and Colby Watts. Jiffy Mart, get in and out in a jiffy. The law office of Darrell Harold with over 30 years of taking care of Jackson and Breathitt County. Hutch Automotive and Tire Works located on Highway 15. And Southern Woods Heating and Air installation or service. No job too big or too small for Southern Woods Heating and Air. Stacy with a hard count again, able to draw the defense off sides.
Using their aggressiveness against them there, the Bulldogs are getting aggressive here. Able to get some pressure off the left side of the offensive line there for a couple of plays, being disruptive, but Stacy being smart and switching things up on them and caught them right there.
Sperry will go to the far side as a receiver. Cancher kind of sitting in there at the wing back just in front of
8:50 and counting here.
Gibson, and Holland comes in, and they'll give to Holland. He gets a block. Ball comes out. The ball came out, front dropped. Maybe the mesh point there between Holland and Stacy, but the ball pops out. Hazard with the recovery with 8:44 to go. So a little hot life in the Bulldogs defense as they'll pick up the fumble recovery. And that'll be a go time. First down for the Dogs as they'll take over right around the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think Holland ever had the ball right there. That's really the first kind of misstep for the Bobcats here tonight.
Yeah, it really is.
Be interesting to see how they respond here. Or can they get a stop and get the ball right back to their offense, or can the Bulldogs get something going?
Well, defensively, we've been dominant all night. And
We'll come back at.
Here come the Dogs. They got one back each side, designed keeper for Linden, and he's tackled immediately by the majority of the defense of the Bobcats. Terry, Ogans, Cancher, Combs, all coming out of there. Ogans there with a show of good sportsmanship, picking the young man up off the field. All going to be spotted right about the 21-yard line. Thanks again to Dr. Stephen Howard Chiropractic. If you've been injured, give Dr. Howard a call. YPK Motorsports, in-stock machines ready for your family's next outdoor adventure. And Perry County Tire right here in Hazard. Find the best tires for your vehicle. Defense set. Linden calls for the snap. He'll turn. And Braxton Terry chasing him down in the backfield. And he slows down. Terry able to make the stop for tackle for a loss. That time the ball carrier was Gage Logan. And the defense, nothing doing that time. Tackle for a loss. Third and about 12.
This Bulldog offensive line is struggling here tonight. They're having a real difficult time blocking these Bobcats, Rob.
Well, it's at this point, you got to wonder if it's a matter of speed or if it's a matter of, maybe not knowing the exact person they're supposed to block. I don't know. It could be speed, could be a factor too. We got some quick guys up there playing on those front three. Terry again going to rush Linden out of the backfield, and it'll fall incomplete. For instance, that time, offensive guy just barely got a hand on the inside of Terry as Terry went inside of that guy to flush Linden out of the pocket. So 4th and 12, 7:16 to go in the third. Kind of a lull here in the third quarter as offensive production not coming easily for the Dogs. And that fumble by the Cats gave them an extra opportunity. Going to run some time off the clock. High snap that time. Punter able to handle it. He'll get it away. The ball going to fall
Across the middle.
and roll past the 50.
Make it good.
And it will be stopped just shy of the 50. Right around the 49-yard line. 7:04 to go here in the third quarter.
3 yards.
I'll repeat what I said at the beginning of the last drive. What do you think Coach Moore is going to do here? Put it up and try and get a quick strike, or is he going to ground and pound and let his offensive line take control of the ball game?
Well, I like what he's done so far with Stacy. As you see the wishbone, here we go. Stacy up under center. Stacy going to turn, give to Combs. Combs up the middle, lowers the shoulder. Like we said, once he gets past that initial line of scrimmage, he's an elusive back and dangerous back. Lowers that shoulder. He's getting some positive yardage one way or another.
I don't know about you, Rob. When I see him come out and line up in the wishbone, I get excited.
I do too, brother. That's just as exciting as that heavy set. You see him again come out in the wishbone. Stacy will go under center. Sperry will get set as a receiver on the left side. He'll turn, give to Gibson. Gibson up inside, maybe pick up of about a yard just past the initial line of scrimmage.
But something we've been looking forward to all season is to see this offensive line that we all thought was going to be the strength of the Bobcat offense. See them really kind of show up and impose their will.
Well, that answers your question. As Coach Moore comes out in the wishbone, the clock is his friend, up 21-0, and he's going to run the ball here in the third. Give again to Combs. Combs continues to shake and bake, makes the guy miss, and lowers the shoulder. Really close to the first down. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Third and
if your offensive line's going to open up holes like that, then why go away from it?
Spotted the ball, the 1 yard that Corey needed to get it, and the spot comes up good, and ball on the 29. That'll be a go-time first down, courtesy of Corey Combs for the Bobcats. Sperry will get set over to the left, still in the wishbone. Stacy under center, takes the snap, turns. He'll give to Holland. Holland's got an alley. And he'll go forward for a pickup of about 2 or 3 yards. Looks to be up around the 25-yard line, and we got another flag.
Play right on the play. Darkness.
We've got the white hat over talking with the referee, and see what the call is here. Thanks again to First Trust Bank here in Hazard, here to help you find the loan that's perfect for you or your business. Rose Brothers Department Store with locations in Jackson and Betavill. PDQ Sales and Service, formerly Jackson Wholesale, serving the needs of Eastern Kentucky. Lakeside Homes, if you're looking for a new home, be sure to stop by Lakeside Home for the best selection.
Refs taking their time here.
They sure are. They're still unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bulldogs. Again, that makes about 3 of those penalties we've seen against the Bulldogs here tonight. Or maybe 4, lost count. So the offense of the Bulldogs, or the Bobcats, will capitalize on the penalty of the Bulldogs. And that'll be another go-time first down for the Cats as the ball will move down to the 13-yard line, 1st and 10.
Makes you wonder if there's not some frustration possibly sitting in here with the Bulldogs.
Well, I'd say it is. I mean, down 21-0 in the third, and they've had some losses this year, and I'm sure this was a big game and a big week of practice for them, and they really expected more, I'm sure. Stacy again under the bone. He'll turn. And he ran into Holland and kept the ball himself. And he'll be tackled over in front of the sideline just before it would go out of bounds. And I think that was a loss of about a yard. Maybe more than that.
It looked like there's some confusion in the backfield there.
Loss of about 2, so like you said, broken play, busted play in the backfield, a little confusion. Stacy will get the call from Coach Moore and come back into the huddle. I like to see the Bobcats come out of the huddle. We do a lot of no huddle, so it's nice to see them in the huddle and nice to see them in that wishbone offense, like you said. Stacy up under center. He'll turn. He'll pitch. Pitch to Holland in the backfield. Holland looking for a lane. He's got one around the corner. Up to around the 6 or 7 yard line before he drove out of bounds. Nice run by Holland. Man, I tell you what, when he gets the ball, I think he's got a couple extra gears.
Yeah, that's a luxury for Coach Moore there. He's got a number of young men there that can carry the ball for him. Some that run with power, and he's got a few that run with speed, so he can mix things up.
I don't think you or I could catch him once he hits 5th or 6th gear.
The only gear I got left anymore is Bulldog, Rob.
Stacy back under center. He'll turn, but we got a quick flag from the white hat in the backfield. And he says false start on the offense. And that'll go against the Bobcats. And we'll walk it back. Thanks to Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply. Stop by and see Scott for all your electrical plumbing and appliance needs. Family Pharmacy and Hometown Pharmacy, proud supporters of the Bobcats. Variety Pizza, your home for the best pizza in Jackson. Breathitt County Farm Bureau with Chuck Price and Seth Holland agents. They remind you that Farm Bureau is big on commitment, and they are big on Breathitt County. Stacy waiting on the snap, and 5 seconds on the play clock, and we'll get a timeout called from the sideline.
Take one with him. It's 21-0.
We'll take it here on Bluegrass Sports Nation with them. We'll be right back after this message.
Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
From Daniel Field, 3:36 to go in the third. Special thanks again to our sponsors. You saw the commercial there from Go Time. Appreciate those folks here to sponsor our first downs each and every night. Thanks again to Appalachian Regional Healthcare, the healthcare system of Appalachia. Law offices of David A. Johnson with offices in Hazard and Jackson. Stacy. Back in the rifle set now. Two receivers far sideline. Stacy will set. Throw quickly to Tincher. Tincher hauls it in. What a catch by Brady Tincher. The senior tight end says, throw it up over the middle. Let me go after it.
Yeah, that's a great play for the Bobcats right there. Great play for Tincher. The defender got there same time as the ball did. He's still able to bring it in. Great concentration.
That is the People's Bank of Jackson. Scoring drive for the Bobcats. People's Bank of Jackson, working together to build success. People's is ready to help you reach your dreams. Terry on for the extra point. That will make it 27-0. And Terry's kick is up. Looks good, and it is. That'll make it 28-0. Cats in the third quarter with 3:31 to go. A good offensive set that time. We watched the Wishbone offense drive the ball down the field for the Cats, and then we saw the spread come back into play. And even after a busted play, Stacy able to gather his troops and throw it up to an open Tincher. We say open. He had the sky up for that one over his defender.
It was relatively open.
He was when he left the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
By the time he got into the end zone, he had, I guess, a linebacker dropped on him. Free safety moved up. But Tincher with a great catch, and the score by the Cats makes it 28-0, 3:31 to go here from Daniel Field and Hazard.
You know, great play call there by Coach Moore. You know, they've been coming out in the wishbone, and you notice they line up in the spread, and the Bulldogs are hustling to get, you know, in position, and then he hits them, you know, with just throwing one up over the middle. He saw something there, created a matchup, and 6 points.
Terry puts the boot to it. It's a high kick, going to fall back around the 15-yard line and be brought out of there. Young man right up the middle is number 6. That is Connor Holbrook, and he'll get it up to the 35-yard line before he's brought down by Braylon Thomas and a number of Bobcats in there. Looking for that one number. I saw a number I didn't recognize there come up out of the pile. So the Bulldogs take over on the 35 after the kickoff. That'll be a go time first down drive for the Bulldogs of Hazard. We got another quick whistle, and we're going to have a timeout by Hazard. We'll take it with him. We'll be back here in just a minute on Bluegrass Sports Nation.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Thanks again to our sponsors here on Bluegrass Sports Nation each and every week. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. We're able to bring you these ball games and bring you the action live on our live streams on Facebook and YouTube. And we couldn't do it without our sponsors. Folks, stop by and patronize them and tell them you heard about them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. It means a lot to be able to cover these ball games and bring you the action. Linden sits back, throws the screen pass to 0, and that is Logan. And the initial stop by Kylan Combs wasn't made, but Kylan able to gather up and get back and make the tackle at the pickup of about maybe a yard at most. Let's say no gain on the clock. So he got back to the line of scrimmage before Kylan was able to gather him up. Special thanks again to Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, serving the financial needs of Breathitt County. Check out the free CBTJ mobile app. Cats showing blitz, and here comes Corey Combs and give up inside. Ooh. Give up inside to Cody Hill, and Hill comes around the corner. And he's able to get by a couple Bobcats, but Hill has not gotten back up off the field yet. Slow to get up is Cody Hill after that hit. Made right around the 35-yard line. Ball going to be spotted on the 37. Thanks again to Big Blue Heating and Air. Call Big Blue Heating and Air for all of your HVAC needs. The HVAC contractor serving Central and Eastern Kentucky. Thacker Grigsby, best in telephone, television, and internet, serving Breathitt, Prairie Knott, Fletcher, and Leslie counties. Thanks again to our first down and scoring sponsors, People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time, and Steak and Shake. Hill able to get up and walk off the field with just a little help, so we wish that young man the best. Doesn't look to be too bad, but hopefully he'll be just fine. 2:37 to go here in the third. 28-0. Cats on top of the Dogs. Defense for the Cats continuing to just be phenomenal tonight. They have swarmed this Hazard offense, just not able to get any production at all. Are the Bulldogs. It's been a rough night for them, and the defense just, like I said, have been phenomenal. Once again, Tolson showing blitz.
Has a little bit of time.
And that time, he gets out of the pocket, able to make a man miss and get out of the tackle. And Linden able to get the ball up to about the 41-yard line before he's brought down.
Yeah, great effort by Linden just to make something out of that. Unfortunately, it's fourth down. It's about 4 or 5 to go, so they're still, struggling here, but able to make something positive out of that play.
Well, he picked up a lot of yards. You take the young man taking the snap back from the center at the quarterback position. He's already 5 yards, 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up some positive yards. And on 4th and 4, they'll go for it. And he throws the ball, but it's batted down, so it'll fall incomplete that time, courtesy of Tincher. Tolson also forcing him out of the pocket. The ball by Linden goes incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. That'll be a Steak and Shake first down for the Cats as they'll take over on the 41-yard line of the Bulldogs.
We've been talking about it all night, but this Bobcat defense really has showed up to play, Rob. They've been playing fast, aggressive, explosive. It's been a pleasure to watch. Hopefully it's going to set the tone for the rest of the season for them.
Well, defensively, we've played pretty good ball games, but, you get when you don't have offensive production and you have so many 3-and-outs, that's what has hurt the Bobcats at different times this season. And tonight we've not seen that. The offense has really played good as you watch Stacy step back, throw across the middle, and almost picked off by Linden.
Yeah, tried to get it to Tincher again. We didn't see the linebacker there, almost a pick.
Plenty of time, though, for Stacy. Good job up front as he sits back in the pocket, had plenty of time to throw the ball. And we've got it's an official timeout on the field.
I think one of the Bulldogs might be cramping down there.
And there's the whistle, and we are back to action as the Bobcats are set once again in the spread offense. You see Austin Sperry come back at quarterback and Dylan Stacy line up at wide receiver. We saw this once in the first quarter, and here we go again. We'll see how Sperry does at the quarterback position. Gibson, the up back, blocking back, and Sperry's going to roll out to his right. He looks, throws short, pass complete to John Carter Holland. And I believe if they mark it right, it'll be marked for the first down. Nice pass that time by Sperry. Completion made to John Carter Holland.
Yeah, good looking play, nice execution by the Bobcats. When Sperry's back there at quarterback, that's just putting that much more stress on the defense because he's such an athlete. If he takes off and run, he can make something happen.
You bring up a really good point. You got to keep him honest. The young man can put a move on you really quick and be gone, and he's really quick on his feet. And Austin that time able to roll out on to his right, and like you said, you got to make him stay honest. He gets rid of the ball. Carter with a good reception, and that is a steak and shake first down. Sperry that time, maybe a busted play. He'll keep it and go up the middle, pick up of about 4 or 5 yards.
It looked like he was looking to either give or make a fake to Holland there.
Looked like he was looking for Holland, and Holland went directly up inside to block. And Sperry just keeps it, goes up the middle, picks up about 5 yards. Holland that time going over to Coach Moore to talk to maybe Coach Moore directing him and telling him what he should have done on the play. Carter doing a great job here tonight. He's just played exceptional offensively. Broke that one open early in the game to start this one off with a big score for the Cats on the kickoff return. Sperry now back in the offense. One receiver to the far right, Stacy. Give to Holland. Holland around the right corner. Makes a man miss, and he's out of bounds. Rode out of bounds. Way up around the 10, maybe 11-yard line. Did he get past the 10-yard line?
Probably glad that the MVP.
Looks like he's going to spot it around the 15, Rob.
Around the 15. Okay, 15 before he goes out of bounds. And that'll bring up another steak and shake first down for the Cats. Corey Combs goes off the field. Isaac Wheels Turner back in the ballgame. 2 receivers each side for Austin Sperry, and Gibson just to his left. Holland, Tincher, Turner, and Stacy are the receivers. Sperry back in the pocket. He'll spin out of there after the fake to Gibson. He's pushed out of the pocket by number 10. And he scrambles up the inside and can pick up maybe of about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Bobcats still on top, 28-0 over the Dogs. We'll take a break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be back.
Professionals at Big Blue Heating and Air. Residential and commercial, we provide HVAC and refrigeration services, including installations, replacements, and repairs. Plus, we're available 24/7 for emergencies. With over a decade of experience, we provide honest, friendly, and dependable service. And you can relax knowing your family's comfort is our top priority. Serving Montgomery, Clark, Bath, Powell, and other neighboring counties. Big Blue Heating and Air. No job too big, no job too small.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
So the Hazard Band of Pride brings us to the beginning of the fourth quarter. Got a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Bobcats up 28-0 over the Hazard Bulldogs. And, we've touched on it, Eric, and I'm going to do it again. This is really the Bobcat team that we wanted to see come out and play together. We wanted to see them function. We wanted to see them be a positive influence on offense and be able to do some things and execute. And really tonight, that's what we've been able to see. You see Sperry now back, and he'll hand off to Isaac Wheels Turner up the middle and into the end zone. Just like that, the Bobcats strike again.
That's an awful lot of speed in the backfield, and you got Sperry and Isaac both, and even John Carter Holland on the field at the same time.
Well, like you said, you got to keep Sperry honest. If you're going to put him in the spread, you want him to throw the ball. That time he turns, hands off to Isaac Wheels Turner. Great blocking up front. What an opening for Isaac, untouched into the end zone for a People's Bank of Jackson scoring drive for the Cats, as they will go up 34-0. And as you mentioned earlier, they will go for 2. Corey Combs will step up in front of Gibson. Gibson says, hey, buddy, get a block for me right here. They both run in there a block, and Sperry's going to look towards the corner. Tries to make a man miss, but he'll be ran out of bounds around the 4-yard line. So the 2-point conversion is no good. That time Gibson and Combs both went in up inside to get a block. Sperry eyeballing the corner, tries to run it in, and the Bulldogs run him out of bounds with 11:55 to go in the fourth.
When you got the speed that Sperry does, I can see running like that, but, he ran a lot further than the 2 yards that was required.
True. I mean, he was running east and west trying to get to the corner of the end zone that time. Two-point conversion, no good. It falls short, 34-0. Cats, 11:55 to go here in the third, and we will get set for a kickoff and kickoff return.
Rob, for me, the story of this game, it has been the line play and the defense. The defense, like you said, they've played well this season.
Yeah.
But they've really turned it up a notch here tonight. They've had pressure and just made things difficult for the Bulldogs all night long.
Well, I think what we're seeing is a balance. It was very unbalanced in the third quarter last week, and I hate to keep talking about that, but it's facts are facts. Time of possession and the offense has got to give the defense time to rest.
Yes.
Even if some of these guys are playing both ways, your offense has to function. Your offense has to get some positive yards. They have to pick up a first down or two to let those defensive guys get a breather.
Yeah, and that was not happening last week. The Bobcat defense, I think, just got exhausted being out there so much.
Pooch kick that time by Gibson, and the Bulldogs will fall on it. Got around the 43-yard line. So we've not seen that in a while. We've probably not seen that since last year when Braxton Terry and Gibson both line up. You really don't know who's going to kick it off. That time Gibson with the Pooch kick, and it'll go across the 50. Past the 45, he fell on by the Bulldogs at the 42. They're going to mark it at the 42-yard line. So Steak and Shake, first down for the Bulldogs from the 42. Steak and Shake of Hazard, famous for the great milkshakes and steak burgers. I could go for a steak burger and a hot cup of coffee right now. It's a good crisp night. It makes you feel like football and fall. That time, the Bulldogs handed off, and right after the handoff was made to Gage Logan, looked like Terry may make the tackle, but Logan able to get away, and he runs east and west and doesn't pick up any yards, and actually it'll be a loss of yards.
One thing I like that we've seen here tonight is the defense has been able to set the head drop. They have not given up things there, which they have struggled with that this year.
That's a really good point in the running game. You have to set the edge at the ends, and you bring up a really good point. Tonight, it's happened. You see it happen right there as the quarterback gets flushed back inside. He gets away from Terry in the ankle tackle, but he only makes up about 2 or 3 yards. It's still another tackle for a big loss, even after Linden able to get away.
You mentioned the Pooch kick by the Bobcats there a few minutes ago. You're up 34-0. There's no better time to pull that out and practice it because you may need that later in the season.
Why not try it? As we see senior spotlight James Ogans go off the field and Braylon Thomas come in. Folks, if you can zoom in on Braylon Thomas, take a look there at number 70 at nose guard and watch this young man. Young man going to be a big producer on defense for this Bobcat ball club. Really getting the job done that time as he's right there, Johnny, on the spot. As soon as Linden turns loose of the ball, he got a face full of Thomas.
Yeah, he went right by the center there.
Did anybody touch him?
I don't think anybody slowed him down.
He does a phenomenal job at that position. And the young man, he didn't. He came on, I think, in his 6th grade year to play football. He's the older brother of Eli, and just does a great job. He's all muscle. If you get a chance to talk to him, do so. He's all muscle and he's all about football. He eats, sleeps, and breathes it.
Well, he's been impressive here tonight. He's been an impact player for the Bobcats.
4th and 18 for the Dogs as they're forced to punt, and they'll get the foot on the ball, almost blocked again. It'll fall past the 50 and bounce up past the 40, up to about the 30. Looks like he's on the 37. So the kick for the Bulldogs did a pretty good job of flipping the field that time for the punter. They'll change out the balls, and they'll spot that one on the 38. So the go time first down for the Cats takes place on the 38-yard line. Go time, refresh, refill, and refuel. Go time with 8 great locations to serve you. A new receiver over here to our side. Alex Strong comes out as the wide out, and he'll be flanked just inside by Isaac Wheels Turner. 2 receivers to the far side. Tincher in the neon green cleats. And I believe that's Corey Watkins. Sperry still at quarterback. He'll fake up inside and keep it around the left side. We got a flag. He'll run out of bounds, but got another flag. So we got a flag right inside at the line of scrimmage. We got another flag back here from the back judge. They'll converse about it and see what we come up with here on this penalty call. 9:33 to go. So I guess that was, I don't know what the second flag was for, but the first one was holding on the offense, and that'll walk it back 10 yards for the Bobcats. So it's repeat the first down. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Cats. Sperry still back there at quarterback. Alex Strong, the wide out here to the right. Isaac Wheels Turner and Gibson to each side of Sperry in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side, Corey Watkins and Tincher. Sperry waits on the snap. He'll give to Isaac Wheels Turner. Makes a man miss. Pickup of yards. He's through the linebacking core, and it's a foot race to the end zone. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. And that is a touchdown for Isaac Wheels Turner with 8:36 to go in the 4th. Hand off from Sperry with a give to Isaac Wheels Turner. That time you've seen his wheels. He made a man miss in the backfield. Got a flag back here. I'm guessing it's on number 72. He was right there at the referee, and the ref just turned and threw the flag. Huh. On the offense, number 8, so that'll go on the quarterback. I don't know what it was, but maybe a little chit-chat going on. I missed it. 7:53 now to go in the 4th. Cats up 40-0. And Terry will come on for the extra point. That time you saw Isaac live up to his nickname. Made the man miss in the backfield, cut around the left side, shot out of a cannon up the middle of the field, and then he just found the end zone. Terry's kick is up. It's high. It's through the uprights and good. And that'll make it 41-0.
He said it, Rob Wills. He kicked it in high gear right there.
He shot out of there, man. He picked up 10 yards real quick and got through that linebacking core, through that second level. And at that time, you're just looking for a good stock block from one of your receivers, and he was gone.
Yeah. I think I've only ran that fast in my dreams.
You're probably right. Most of the time, you're right. And I'd say you definitely are that. Thanks again to our sponsors, People's Bank of Jackson, Go Time, Steak and Shake, Jackson Physical Therapy, Jiffy Mart, the Law Office of Darrell Harold, Touch Automotive and Tire Works, Southern Woods Heating and Air, Dr. Stephen Howard, YPK Motorsports, Perry County Tire, First Trust Bank, Rose Brothers Department Store, PDQ Sales and Service, Lakeside Homes, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply, Family Pharmacy, Variety Pizza, Hometown Pharmacy, Breathitt County Farm Bureau, Appalachian Regional Healthcare, the law offices of David A. Johnson, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson, Big Blue Heating and Air, and Thacker and Grigsby Communications. Thanks to all those sponsors once again, folks. Stop by and patronize them. Tell them you heard about them on Bluegrass Sports Nation. If you got a need, stop by and see one of our sponsors.
You know, Rob, I think I just told a fib there because I don't think I've ever had a dream about running.
Oh, I thought you was going to say you actually did run that fast. So, got a different kicker on the field. I think that is White. Oh, that's Spencer. My bad. It's the correct number. I think I'm right. White Spencer wears number 15. I do believe. We'll check and make sure I'm right on the roster. So that time the Bulldogs able to make the reception with 5:30 to go. Running clock now for the Cats here in the Black Gold Bowl. And the offense from the Bulldogs pick up the Steak and Shake first down, and they will take over on the 45-yard line of the Cats. 41-0. Cats over the Bulldogs. Linden waiting on the snap. He'll take it, give up inside the hill. No, he'll keep it. A good fake that time. That wasn't Hill either. That was number 10. My bad on the call. That was Blankenship. Good fake up inside by Linden, and he keeps it. I wanted to give him a yard, but they'll spot it back at the initial line of scrimmage and call it 2nd and 10. I'm glad you came up honest on that, Eric. I was getting worried about you. I didn't know if you'd ever. I don't dream about running. I was just thankful to get up the hill and onto the field and up the stands here tonight. Pretty good little walk.
Yes, it is. It's a pretty good walk from down there where we had to park it.
Like I said earlier, it's going to be easier going out of here. It's all downhill. Ball comes loose. The handoff was bobbled at the mesh point between Blankenship and Linden. And there's a number of individuals on the field. And, of course, they're laying on the football saying they've got it. We'll see who comes up with it, who the referees give it to. Braxton Terry and a number of other Cats. I think that's also number 3, Crisp out there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I believe it's going to be easier to get out of here.
Tolson came up with it. And that'll be a fumble recovery for the Cats. And a Steak and Shake first down for the Bobcats. Ball sitting on the 44-yard line. Yeah, it's all downhill, Eric. It's going to be an easy walk. And that's, like I said, it was a long walk up here. I tell you what, it's a beautiful field and a good turf field. This field's been redone not too long ago. 3:10 to go here in the game. 41-0 Cats. Big change up of personnel as we see some different people come in to play a couple different positions.
Looks like the ball's back in possession of the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. Okay.
That would explain the big changeup of personnel as the defense back on the field for the Cats. The referees give the ball back to the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs
all right,
back in business. 1st and 10 from the 44. Quick screen pass going to be thrown, and Bobcats are going to gobble that one up quick. Pass completed to Holbrook. It is now 4th down. That was 3rd that play. So 4th and about 6, maybe 7 to go. Linden will come back in and to the huddle for the Bulldogs to call the play. A lot of frustration on the Bulldogs right now. It's noticeable. You and I notice the body language, especially in the linemen in the huddle, coming to the line of scrimmage, those type of things you pick up on really quick. A lot of frustration by the Dogs. Linden sits back in the pocket. He'll throw across to his right, and it's made. Pass is complete. And the reception made by number 4. And that was Javion White. You know, somebody I really expected to see more completions tonight was number 14, Gavin Johnson. I really expected to see him with some more completions. And tonight we've done a really good job defensively with keeping him from getting the ball.
Yeah, I think the defensive front has just put so much pressure on Linden that he's not been able to find him.
Hazard playing a number of freshmen on this team. Linden. Back in the spread again. 2 receivers each side. Single back to his right. He will give to his right. And he's got a big pickup, plenty of room and green grass to grow. And he tiptoes around the sideline. And that'll be number 10, Memphis Blankenship, as he found an opening around the left end, tiptoed the sideline around the 10-yard line. And he will run into the end zone. And that is a People's Bank of Jackson scoring play for the Bulldogs. People's Bank of Jackson working together to build success.
Bulldogs did a real good job of blocking the edge right there and creating some room. And once he got in open field, the young man did the rest.
Well, it's good to see that frustration that we were talking about. It's good to see them turn that into some positive yardage. As the kicker, number 24, comes onto the field, Joseph Ambergy for the Dogs, and the kick is up, and it's no good. It sails off to the right, and that'll make it 41-6. Folks, thanks for tuning in here on Bluegrass Sports Nation. The Bulldogs able to put some points on the board as the horn sounds, 41-6. We'll take a quick break here on Bluegrass Sports Nation, and we'll be back to recap this here.
YPK Motorsports is excited to help you experience the fun and adventure a quality Yamaha, Polaris, or Kawasaki vehicle can bring to your life. Now with 4 locations, YPK invites you to see our great selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, and more. Come visit us in Jackson, Hazard, or Paintsville, or online at ypkmotorsports.com. Go Time is a locally owned and operated convenience store that has all your wants and needs in one stop. We have everything from quick snacks and cool drinks, a full-service deli, fresh coffee bar, soft-serve ice cream, and milkshakes. Also, make sure to check out our Little Caesars pizzas. Go Time, where the customer always comes first. Refuel your tank, refill your cup, and refresh your taste buds all in one stop at Go Time.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
We are back from Daniel Field. The final score 41-6 as the Bobcats roll here tonight. Offensively, really the game that you wanted to see. Production from the offense, execution, things going their way. Some different sets, some different characters. Let's put a different person here and put a different person there and try some things different. It worked here tonight for the Cats. A balanced attack offensively, good running game, good passing game. And that offense being productive helped the defense play. I think one of the best games we watched defensively from the Cats, Eric.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. The defense, they were dominant here tonight, the entire game. And I think, like you said, it comes from the offense being as productive as they were and giving the defensive players a little bit of time to rest. Last week at Johnson Central, they were on the field a lot, ended up giving up a bunch of points late in the game, probably due to, some exhaustion. Like you said, complete game here tonight. One thing I did really enjoy watching was the creativity by Coach Moore. Put, some different sets, moving some people around, even putting Sperry at quarterback. It'll be interesting to see, how he continues to do that moving forward and whether or not the Bobcats can build off this and, get some positive momentum going through the rest of the season.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's going to be interesting to see offensively what Coach Moore does with his troops. I really liked the intensity that the Bobcats had, not just on offense or on defense, but on offense, because they owned that line of scrimmage tonight, and that was the difference in the ball game. I like the intensity. I like the the focus that this team had, and they executed well tonight. Not a whole lot of mental mistakes. Like we talked about earlier, they communicated well, and things went their way. And a good mix for the Cats here tonight. Folks, I want to invite you to tune in again this week. We'll do the Kyle Moore Show again live, probably on Thursday night. We'll see how things go, and we'll get that up on our Facebook page. But invite you to tune in on the Kyle Moore Show. A lot of questions to ask Kyle, and we'll put him on the spot, and we'll have another senior spotlight. We're going to try to get Isaac Wheels Turner on there this week. We'll try to wrangle him. You know, these guys couldn't tackle him here tonight. We'll try to get him to sit down a few minutes and sit still, and see if we can talk to him in the senior spotlight this coming week. We invite you also to join us next Friday night as the Cats host Letcher Central at home. It'll be 2 home games, and with Letcher, and then the next one after that, I believe, is Somerset. So join us for the Kyle Moore Show on Bluegrass Sports Nation. We'll be right back here next Friday night for a home game. Thanks for tuning in on Bluegrass Sports Nation. For Brendan Miller, Eric Collins, Matt Hudson, Tyback, I'm Rob Hounshaw. We'll catch you next week on Bluegrass Sports Nation.